Smoky rooms and dim lit nights, tucked among the neon lights, I play their soundtrack while they drink.
Well, he's back. He's got a new album, Adam Harvey. The Nashville Tapes is going to be released this Friday, and we're certainly looking forward to that. And I know there's a lot of fans out there that wait with bated breath for the next Adam Harvey installment to come along. As usual, he's going to be doing an East Coast tour, and what better way to find out what's going on than talk to the man himself. Adam Harvey joins us now. Adam, thanks for taking time out to have a chat with us tonight.
Mate, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Pretty excited. Another tape. You're pretty proud of this, and I know you're pretty proud of this song. I'd rather be a highwayman too.
Oh, yeah, thanks, mate. You know, I always get a bit nervous, you know, once you finish an album and it's all done and dusted, and then I think, God, I hope someone likes it, because if they don't like it, I can't change anything. It's all finished. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. It's been on my bucket list to go to Nashville and record an album over there. And, you know, I guess the best way to describe it is kind of like a 70s country album. You know, I love that era, that music. I don't know, it's just my favourite kind of music. And I always had that plan when I recorded this album. You know, I went over to Nashville. I booked this studio, which is one of the most famous studios in Nashville, where Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson recorded all their albums. And then I thought, well, I looked through all my old vinyl records, and I picked out all my old favourite, those musicians, the great musicians that played on all those albums, and I booked those guys. I mean, sadly, a lot of them have passed away, but the ones that are still kicking and still getting around, and I booked those guys to play on the album, and it was just amazing, you know, to do that with these legendary musicians in this famous studio that Jack Clement built many years ago. And, you know, these guys are talking in between the takes about, you know, when they were in there recording for Cash, or when they're in there recording for Waylon Jennings, or when they're on tour with Willie Nelson, or, you know, and for me, I was just like a kid in Disneyland.
Don't they say if you can remember going on tour with Willie, you weren't there?
Very, very true. Yeah.
Now, speaking of Willie Nelson, I know you're a big fan of Willie, and you've done a tribute to him.
Yeah, I was in my bar one night. I was having a couple of beers, mate, and I was surprised, and I was playing a stack of Willie Nelson records, and I just thought, wow, what's going to happen when Willie Nelson goes? You know, because he's the last. He's the last of the outlaws. He's the last of the legends, you know. And then I thought, what's going to happen when, you know, who's going to smoke all the weed when Willie's gone? So, I came up with the idea for the song, and, you know, I thought straight away I'll take it to Australia's own version of Willie Nelson, Bill Chambers, and got him to co-write the song with me. Yeah, we were in the studio recording that song, and one of the guys said, you know, Willie Nelson's harmonica player just lives around the corner. He said, I should ring him up and get him to come around and play on this song. And I said, are you kidding me? And he said, no. So anyway, so he rings up, and Mickey Raphael is the guy's name. He's worked for Willie Nelson for 40-odd years. And Mickey Raphael comes in and plays on the track, and he says, oh, man, Willie Nelson's going to love this song. He said, I've got to play it to Willie when it's finished. And then Mickey said, do you want me to sit in and play on the rest of the album while I'm here? And I said, okay, that'd be really nice.
Mate, that is just brilliant. I hope you don't mind. I'd like to share my Willie Nelson story. The first time I heard Willie, my mother bought the Stardust album. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, mate, what an album.
And it gave me a connection to songs I'd never heard. I'd never heard Georgia, and just the way that he was able to interpret something special.
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, I think back in the day, the record company were dead against him recording that album, and it was the biggest selling album he's ever had.
Magnificent.
Stardust.
Now you're going on tour. It's part of the Harvey tradition now, a new album out there and tour. And folks, one of the things we love about Adam, he goes to the places and gets back to it. Have a listen to this. He's going to be at Groundwater this weekend down there at Broadbeach, so your opportunity to catch up with him. He's heading up the coast. He's going up to Bundaberg, Rockhampton, Emerald, Mackay, Townsville, Cairns. He's doing all of those places back down in Sydney. He's coming out to the Mergen muster in southeast Queensland on the 3rd of November, Toowoomba on the 9th, Kedron Wavell on the 10th, which is always a hoot. So, and of course, the Dag Pub out there in Diagula, just west of Caboolture, on the 11th of November. You are going to have a great time.
Mate, I certainly am. I'm really looking forward to getting out on the road and playing some of these songs live, and a lot of the old songs too, that we've had out over the years. And you wouldn't believe it, I got a fella who won The Voice, Judah Kelly, is on the road with me, and he's not only opening up the show, but he wants to play in the band. He's playing lead guitar in the band, so that's going to be really good and something a bit different too. As I say, mate, that's when the real fun starts, when we get out and play live.
Well, this Friday the album's released. It's called the Nashville Tapes, folks. You know where to get it from, all the good record locations where you get it from. Adam Harvey, we've been long waiting for this, and he'll be out on the road. So make sure you stay in touch with Adam's going to be nearby. This is I'd Rather Be a Highwayman.
I'd rather be a highwayman than a rolling stone. I'd rather be singing to a bar stool, some cowboy singing